If you take all the world's wealth held by the planet's 7 billion inhabitants, the net worth of the bottom 50% of people equals that of the richest 62 people. So says a new report by anti-poverty advocacy group Oxfam International. This chart from Oxfam shows that over the past decade, the wealth of the bottom 50% of all people has, since around 2009, been declining. Meanwhile, the wealth of the richest 62 individuals in the world has been rising substantially. Last year, 80 people had as much wealth as the bottom half. In 2014, the figure was 85, and in 2010, it was 388. How reliable are these statistics? Critics aren't disputing how rich the richest people on the planet are, the list created by Credit Suisse and Forbes. But some are questioning the methodology Oxfam is using to estimate the wealth of the bottom half. They point out that net wealth is calculated by adding up the value of someone's assets and then subtracting the amount of debt they have. The result, particularly in places like North America, is that many people with debts of various kinds are considered by Oxfam to have negative net wealth. And that, these critics say, renders Oxfam's figures largely meaningless. Critics also point out that global poverty is declining at an unprecedented rate. What's the state of income inequality in the U.S.? Both sides of the political aisle agree that it's growing. Democrats like presidential candidate Bernie Sanders promising to change that.
Almost all of the wealth is controlled by a handful of people.
Republican Governor Chris Christie of New Jersey pointing out that on President Obama's watch, the gap has widened.
He's had more income inequality in this administration than any previous administration.
Recent numbers from Pew Research find that middle-class Americans, defined as a three-person household earning between $42,000 and $126,000 a year, now comprise less than half of the nation's population. That's down from 61% in 1971. Many Democrats are responding to Bernie Sanders' call for higher tax rates on the rich. On the Republican side, polls show the largest share of GOP voters want to slash billionaire Donald Trump's salary by making him president. That's the short answer.